Hello, world. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. This is a side show. I'm Theodore Parker, coming to you from the East Coast of the United States, Lexington, Kentucky. First off, on today's program, we'll do the weather in this area. Currently, it is 61 degrees, cloudy. The high today will be 79. 61 feels like 60. Morning clouds followed by afternoon sun. Highs in the upper 70s and lows in the low 50s. Running conditions are good. Cycling good. Gardening good. Pollen, however, tree, very high, grass high, ragweed none. So all of you allergy sufferers out there, be aware. Currently the UV index is low right now. There's a light breeze at 9 miles per hour. Sunrise today was at 6:52 a.m. Sunset will be at 8:20 p.m. We do have a slight amount of rain going on right now, which is forecast to end at around 9 a.m. And it is currently 8:58 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. This is the month of April. And it does have some significance to me for various reasons. So let's do the heavy lifting first and then move on to the lighter stuff. Let's start with the question. And this is a question that can be applied around the world. Before you ever heard there was a Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, how did you feel about people who abuse, sexually abuse, and rape children? Well, as horrific as it sounds, we all know that the DOJ, represented by its various branches, has hunted down, arrested, and taken these types of criminals to court for as long as I can remember, if they survive being taken into custody. So no matter where we are in the world, we feel a sense of loathing when people hurt defenseless children. When it comes to Donald Trump, sitting U.S. president, we have the testimony of victims in the Epstein files and victims as adult women. So I'm minding my own business, scrolling the internet like I usually do, and I come upon this article published in the Washington Post entitled, "Judge Clarifies. Yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll." And it's dated July 19th, 2023, more than 2 years ago. And I'm like, well, how did that slip past me? Because when it was presented to the media, it was like he assaulted her in some closet, dressing, changing room in some high-end department store like Macy's or something like that. So this article is in the Washington Post. It costs $2 as a one-time payment to read or listen to the article. So again, Washington Post, judge clarifies, yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll, dated July 19th, 2023. In case you hadn't noticed, this has been Donald Trump's way of doing things since he was in his 40s. And his conduct started coming out in the press. And he has been a married man the whole time. The picture of him as Jesus, yes, he took it down and put it up everywhere else on the internet. I found that out from one of the late night shows on TV. I know this is a poor comparison, but Donald Trump moves like a fighter jet with a heat-seeking missile on its tail. Flares and chaff everywhere. So I will not be speaking on this subject again because it does not make me feel all warm and fuzzy. Some of the other crimes that have been in the news lately are absolutely horrible. How can one human do those things to another human? My suggestion is that as adults and parents, that we pay closer attention to what we offer our children as ways to handle disagreements, because they are the up and coming generation. Not only in what we say to them, but what we say to other adults in their presence. I'm putting these comments out because April is, among other things, National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Two more things I'd like to comment on. Tiger Woods' rollover accident and is being charged with DUI. If you didn't know, this is the second accident that Tiger Woods has been in that the vehicle he was driving rolled over. The first one, his leg was broken. According to pictures and video that I've seen, the officers on the scene gave him a field sobriety test after he rolled his vehicle into a ditch. One picture I did see, there was a truck with a long bed trailer for hauling like heavy equipment, like lawnmower equipment or something like that, parked in the scene while the officer was doing the field sobriety test. And video of Tiger sitting in the back of the police cruiser. But I did not see any pictures or any video of EMTs or emergency medical service being called to the scene. The next one that I wanted to comment on is from right here in Lexington, Kentucky. And this has happened over the last few days. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you. And again, it involves a child. I do have it here. I've seen something else that caught my interest. But it has to do with the mother who got on a school bus and assaulted the bus monitor. So let me see if I can get this pulled up here. Phone's not cooperating right at the moment. Okay, so let me close and start again. And it's, we've always, bus monitors is not the same as a bus driver. The bus monitor's job, if I'm understanding it correctly, It's to see that the children are seated and maintain their seats while the bus is moving, etc., etc. So in this case, the mother assaulted the monitor. So I'm trying to find the article so I don't misrepresent what's going on here. A few more seconds. Okay, here we go. Mother accused of punching Fayette County school bus monitor. It has a picture of the mother, a little video where you have audio and that type of thing. So it's short, so I'll just share it. A Lexington woman was arrested on Friday for allegedly assaulting a school bus monitor with Fayette County Public Schools. Court documents show that just before 3 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th, the school bus was near Torrey Latrice Wright's residence when she allegedly punched a district employee in the face, leaving visible injuries. And it shows a picture of Miss Wright. Wright, 33, was charged with third-degree assault on Friday and lodged in the Fayette County Detention Center on a $3,000 cash bond. She is due in court at 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday, April 28th. A spokesperson with Fayette County Public Schools said officials were aware of the April 16th incident and said the safety of students and staff was the highest priority, noting that any form of aggression towards school employees was taken very seriously. We want to remind our community that in order to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone on board, parents and guardians are not permitted to board school buses. This policy is in place to maintain a secure environment for students and staff during transportation, FCPS leaders wrote. We understand that families may occasionally have concerns about their child's experience, and we encourage parents to report any issues through the appropriate channels. To help us review concerns effectively, please report the specific details of what happened and when it occurred directly to your school's administration or FCPS Transportation Department so they can be addressed promptly and appropriately. The investigation into the alleged bus monitor assault is ongoing. More information about the FCPS Transportation Department, including the school bus portal and contact information, is available on the district's website. So, on the surface, this appears to be some random thing where a mother jumped on the bus and jumped on the monitor. But another article revealed that upon examination, the accusation was that the bus monitor had struck the child in the mouth. A medical exam showed that there was bruising to the inner lip, but no dental damage. Changing subjects a little bit. Again, if you didn't know or were not aware, today is Earth Day, something that affects us globally. And to keep it simple, since we all have our geographical locations and experiences where we live, Earth produces green grass, green trees, and other plants. Those plants give off oxygen. We as humans consume oxygen, inhale oxygen, and in return, we give off carbon dioxide, which supports plants. It's a win-win situation, reciprocal all around. So the more green we have, the better off we have. Vehicles, on the other hand, give off carbon monoxide, which is a pollutant, to the air. So, Earth Day, be aware. I'm not going to say plant a tree, but there's probably something that you can participate in as far as keeping your environment and area clean, throwing trash in a proper receptacle, instead of just throwing it on the ground outside your vehicle or out the window, or disposing of it in some other inappropriate way. And Saturday, World Tai Chi Day, April 25, 2026. I mentioned this before, and here it is a few days away. This is a world event taking place in over 80 countries. It will be during the daylight hours, starting with early sessions in Australia and concluding in the later afternoon in Hawaii. My suggestion would be to Google whether or not your city has such arrangements. Tai Chi in itself, just pass on a little information, especially Tai Chi 24 form, is good for all ages, but it is recommended for older ones because it's considered to be low impact as far as the fitness industry is concerned. And the movements are gentle, slow. And it's advertised for benefits to your health. Improve your breathing, improve your balance, and improve your focus. And this is not speaking against other martial arts schools that present themselves as teaching Tai Chi, but more on a self-defense aspect, or those things within Tai Chi that do have a self-defense application. But as a standalone thing, Tai Chi 24 form is for better health. And that's what will be featured Saturday. There are arrangements here in Lexington. I will leave that to you if that's your interest. If you have never seen it done, other than commercials of people doing it in the park, this is a good opportunity to come out and see how it goes. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. This is a sideshow. I'm Theodore Parker. That's it. Hashtag